What's the biggest turn-off when sleeping with someone for the first time? Any sign of depression or uncleanliness in their home or bedroom. The well-kept home is a strong indicator of mental health. Someone who invites you into banging lives in Dust Bunny Central down the road from Dirty Dish Town isn't going to be someone you need to keep around. Hit it and quit it, use protection. If you like them enough and the sex was chin-chin, ask them while they inevitably fire up the Marlboro Newport 100 post-coitus what's up with the mess. If it is a one-night stand but you both totally click and vibe perfectly with each other and then you scare yourselves because things are going too perfectly and you end up talking all night instead of sex, which both of you wanted, but the vibing was so strong each of us did not want to stop and we fell asleep at 4 AM in each other's arms. So yeah, I never had a bad moment. Heck, we both laughed when we both farted at same time. This one time I thought I got lucky because I met this wild Chinese girl at the club and she suggested we go to a late night Chinese place for a bite before heading to her apartment. Man, she ate a lot of garlic. A lot. I was pretty much practicing free dive breathing through the encounter. I mean, I still needed to finish. But, nasty. I met a girl who braided her pubic hair. Then, got mad when I was like, WTF, is that a rubber band? And turned on the lights. I also think honesty is super important. So, telling me you're on your period is important. Not that I'm gonna be all you, chances are I'm not gonna stop anything. But, I still wanna know ahead of time. Man, this is like an interminable question. I could be like when she shits on my leg and then bullet ants start coming out of the shit and biting us all over, then God says this is a prophecy and Armageddon starts fighting Ragnarok and the sun says fuck you, I'm going Nova then. You see what I mean? Young Andy Maroon Yang Makaram. Nakakainas lang especially cop against the kip nong getting chinu tulugan tapos ang higa parting solo ang comma, rolling eyes face. Gets nagaso malang mama hingapero, you should have at least consider what you bedmate has to feel, whether comfy ba or not. Apart from hygiene issues, when they immediately want to jackhammer you without much foreplay. And when they're aggressive as hell without making sure that's what you want, showing no self-control. I despise that, when they try to put their dick in your mouth immediately without consent, BC they can't get hard otherwise. Then asks for grace around not knowing what you like. When they didn't even ask, not own up to their own poor behavior's mistakes. We're all flawed. We all screw up. I can listen, learn, and own my shit. If you can't, I've got no interest in being around you, getting a long hair tangled up in our business. I've got to stop everything to get rid of it, and that's usually a buzz killer for me. But man, I hate finding hair in food or in peace. As a woman, a big turn-off is when the person is inconsiderate or doesn't pay attention to mutual comfort and communication. It's all about respect and connection. I remember a one-night stand with a dude who had a very small eggplant, and it was the worst. He had no idea what he was doing. Ew. Still gives me the heebie-jeebies. Someone said you sweat during a date. I'm sure Rihanna did when it was summer in Barbados, but I'll be surprised if her axe smelled like a bear trapper's hat. Called me sweetie and tried to dirty talk in the tone of voice people used to talk to dogs, then proceeded to aggressively motorboat my balls for 15 minutes. From what I've gathered, when the genitals you discover with the clothing off don't match what you expected to find on your way back to their place, when they make assumptions about the kind of stuff I like and don't make an attempt to figure out what actually gets me wet. I'm pretty horny, but if someone smells bad I will nope out of there no matter what they are like otherwise. When their room is dirty, especially when the bed sheet color should be white but it turns out brown, lol. Woken up with a slap on the face because I was snorting. Happened twice the same night until I just left. When they say you're so tight, fucking cringe as fuck. I'm tight because you turned me the fuck off. Bad smell. Either BO or privates. Had it happen once and I can still remember the smell. It was bad. They say they don't want to sleep with me on a clear and concise manner. Turns me off real quick. A marriage proposal. It was too much intense commitment too soon in the relationship for me. Snoring. Everything else I can somehow get past, but, snoring, I need my sleep. I did not consent in a clear, concise manner, yet she persisted and continued that she'd have sex with me. Girl, you're so much better than this. They don't care if you finish or try to help you after they finish. Bad hygiene, smelly breath, but most of all, selfish attitude. I was eating out this girl and got some toilet paper in my mouth, keeping his socks on during sex. Accidentally laughed my ass off. I mean, by the time you're fucking it's a bit late for turn-offs. When they piss everywhere while you're working some clip magic. When your kid comes into the room and just stands there. Poor hygiene. especially in and around the genital area. When there's something funny and they won't share what. When they have the flexibility of a wooden starfish,